There's no other way to put it. The American economy is a mess.
Because you compile auto loans and credit card loans, student loans are bigger than that.
For the same money, you could send every one of them to Yale for 3 years.
You have clear evidence, but had you not had the video, it has been another dead black guy.
40% more American adults now die by suicide compared to just 15 years ago.
20-year-old student bleeding from the head and crying out.
When we see this, if we are not fundamentally disturbed, then there is something wrong with us.
Liberty and justice for all. But what does that mean? Freedom and fairness? And is that the world that we really live in today? When the rich are getting richer and the poor actually getting poorer? When a minority is frightened at the sight of an officer instead of comforted by it? When we have to work 40 hours a week for 40 or more years of our life, doing things we don't even enjoy doing just to survive? Freedom? Hardly. When the list of discrimination seems to grow every year, when office politics trumps honest hard work and company loyalty, the kid with the rich dad gets favorable treatment, when the girl in the back of the class gets lost in the numbers. Justice? Far from it. The first step in solving any problem is recognizing that there is one. Our solution? Be offended by everything, yet do nothing about it. How about we turn our offenses into progress? Let's take this mess and turn it into a message of hope and action. Because if we see the problem, yet do nothing about it, doesn't that make us the problem? It's time for a different way of thinking. It's time to take back our country, our society, our generation, our future. We can either sit back, idly watching the issues of society perpetuate themselves, or we could do something to change it now. Change is as simple as a decision. We are one decision away from changing everything. Steve Jobs talks about how when we grow up, we're typically told that life is the way that it is, and that our job is just to live our life inside of the world as it is now. But it can be a lot broader than that whenever we understand one simple thing, is that everything that we see around us that we call life was made up by people no smarter than you and I. We can build our own thing. We can build our own life that other people live in. So let's do it. Let's build a life where we actually bring liberty and justice to all. Let's rebalance the scales, equal the playing field, spread hope and positivity to a society of unceasing negativity and disappointment. Let's you and I go to work together to build a future that we can walk boldly towards, proudly waving everybody behind us to follow, because we know what lies ahead is better than what we left behind.